The People's Radio, BBS, The People's Radio.
BBS 98.2 FM.
Utaferwa ga program Ekyooto burya mukavu kutandika ne sayibiri za nyinki akara mpaka ina za nyinki akara obuntu bose bikwata ihanga lye.
Let's get together.
Boma bakuririza no kwaye bitekerezo byabo ha BBS FM burya mukanga okutandika ne sayibiri mpaka ina za nyinki akara.
BBS,
It's the big show, ladies and gentlemen.
Babasa, your #1 hit station. BBS 98.2 FM.
Utaferwa ga program Ekyooto burya mukavu kutandika ne sayibiri za nyinki akara mpaka ina za nyinki akara obuntu bose bikwata ihanga lye.
Let's get together.
Boma bakuririza no kwaye bitekerezo byabo ha BBS FM burya mukanga okutandika ne sayibiri mpaka ina za nyinki akara.
BBS,
It's the big show, ladies and gentlemen.
Babasa, your #1 hit station.
BBS FM kyenda na munana katonyeza ibiri fama kandi radio yanyu, radio yaitu, radio y'abantu ensoro yenkurakurana tuikalira igura kasozi kobumezi masindi kijungu ntuchukie bijuma kwenda kwekomera nitugamba wekomere kandi nawe watakwenda koma tukugamba please wegumisirizo okome habukwe birungi no byetanga. Radio Babasa akasozi kobomezi kandi baketa bagite Ekyooto Program eba buli kiro kya mukaga okutandika ne saa 2 eza nyenki akara mpaka ina za nyenki akara, where we come and roast ourselves here, but at the end of the day we come out with a right issue, a right point, a way to go. Na weke mkwenda kutangira banyeta businga Robert Colby Washington on program wenu okurangu twakwikiao ebyo kwitaga bingi mune bairo mu weekend habaire bintu bingi muno mu weekend tukarora enjura ya irinino ekitongole ekijuna nziba nembera yobwire kikarangira irinino enjura egarukire and mu weekend ekaitana abantu batanu across the country. Nabwekyo abana baitu mubayirindise obutarubatira mu njura mubekambise obutarubata amaizi ga kufure ga ku amaizi aga kurubata mubekambise kandi abana baitu mubongere mubagame ngwenjura y'abanegwa beigame ahantu nuko batarubatira mu njura habukwa iri nino bakagamba ejja kweyongera. And even mwehale kugenda mu nsozi kolera mu nsozi hako kimanyire ngwiri nene manyire gugumbule bitaka nanya bakwikara mu nsozi kirungi musembereo hansi. If you can listen me to me at this time. Umuringo niko gumu mu weekend yenyini tukarora abakozi ba uwa bagamba kwa bakayiba billions and billions of money era bali mukuserurizibwao habwa ebintu byo kiferefere mu booking ze bakozere betungira ka center of yabo bagamba bali mukubaseruririza barole ngeri yakoze byabayi. Weekend yenyini mukiara Bobby Wine akasinzira mu ihanga lya Canada yakora speech eye mufokeye speech ya social media abana kibakumura byamwe biro bino nibagiyetaga egali abana bakumura byamwe egali mahano nibamugamba akabaza embaza yikiana kito akakora speech yo mwana wa P7 kwagamba kiri Uganda batakurozerero chikora era byona bibaire mu weekend bamukaguza mukazi, are you the one who wants to be a first lady of Uganda? So ebintu bikabiti aro barua ikirege mu ofisi yange nebaza anti minister aragire basaze mu ikiapa kya Kayanja ya kandi kwebiro 20 September 2023 ne andikira National nehandikirwa chairman district land board Masidi district land comprised in Bururi block 5 plot 39 lease hold register ULC stroke 154 stroke 00 Birihan being volume 229,000 for your 20 land at Kayanja. I have this letter nkuja gisoma mu kurungi ngiyetegereze ngere kuri bata, but also it happened in this week. Nibahandikira Minister of Lands and Housing and what Minister copy to the Minister of Lands, copy permanent secretary copy. So I will have okugiri studying angirole kurungi ngiyetegereze. And mu weekend yenyini promoter wa Bobby Wine aikaire na haga Bobby Wine mu America oku. He was charged of corruption. Promoter onu ali senator mu ihanga lya America and aka chargingibwa ihanga lya America habo buli bwenguzi nibagamba ngo akwata amahanga gana gatakwesobora nagayihamu sente nagamba I'm going to be behind you nkugya kubakonyera ensi yanyu obugya bwa president era bamteire kuli habunkenko wabu nibagamba nti aino buli bwenguzi obwagendaga naye tabamu ati nkaito kuno uwe kuno abwa tukirira bokuba promoter wa Bobby Wine ero mawure bakateka okyagulanyiza USA promoter charged senator ali mukabura muroko bakumukunya bukere buyizire bamweta Bob Menendez and his wife Nadini bali omubuzibu bw'amaani obwo buli bwenguzi era ekiro kejo nambere buswekeirege abantu kuli mu America bali mu kwekarakasa ne bagamba aresigning kuruga omubwa Senate of America. Yeah. So abawuliza bayita barungi, that is a recap of a weekend ongere rubasire kada tukangende ngaruka kigenderwa kyaitu ekyabulikire kitubaho. Radio Babas sanka bulikiro program yitu bagiyeta Ekyooto Program kandi tubahanu mpaka esaha ina za nyinkiyakara ntubaza mu ensonga zitali zimu na zimu okurura ngeri twasobora okutereza ihanga lyaitu okutayita fara ihanga lyaitu kwenda kusasira abantu bona abarabire mbizibu ebitali bimu na bimu mu weekend mu Rwaize mu Fereirwe mahano muno mukaba nwataho kanwe yaho kandi ntuongera okusanyuka obukusemerwa nabo abasemereirwe mu weekend otungire mukiyaka otungire abana bahyaka otungire akabebi mukama ruhanga asimwe muno abo kubo mugisogo murongi mu weekend akaturuka mahure nigagamba nti aba MPs bagenda kuba bakwenda bagaruke in parliament bahindure kiragiro ekikwatagana ne sente zinu ezisasurwa omuntu nagenda kuba nominated tuzete electoral nomination fees.
PBS, the People's Radio.
October.
Nabwekyo kilo kintu tukwenda gatu kibazeo baitu kambanze nkolea kasente kataito muno hanyuma yokora kasente ako njagaruka nkugambire kiki ekitugenda kuba ntuwa zao hakiro kyalero taruga radio katumulemu kataito muno tugaruka.
Is the month of Integrated Child Health Days. Services provided by the Ministry of Health and all districts during Integrated Child Health Days include routine and catch-up immunization services for children under 1 year and additional doses for children aged 0 to 2 years to give them extra protection against vaccine-preventable diseases. The additional doses include hepatitis B vaccine at birth, injectable polio vaccine, IPV at 1.5 months, yellow fever vaccine at 9 months, and measles rubella vaccine, second dose at 1.5 years. 10-year-old girls will receive the HPV vaccine to protect them against cancer of the cervix. Women aged 15 to 49 years will receive TD vaccine to protect them and their unborn babies against tetanus and diphtheria. All children below 5 years of age will receive vitamin A supplementation, and children aged 1 to 14 years will receive deworming tablets. Parents and caregivers, please take all your children for Integrated Child Health Days during the month of October and continue to take them for routine immunization after Integrated Child Health Days to complete the schedule and be fully protected against vaccine-preventable diseases. Adults aged 50 years and above will receive COVID-19 vaccination and complete their doses, and those due for a booster dose will also receive it. Remember, you need to get a booster dose once a year, but those with underlying illnesses must receive a booster dose every 6 months. All the vaccines used for immunization are safe, effective, and free. For more information, call the Ministry of Health toll-free lines on 0800 100 066 or send a free SMS to YouReport on 8500. Integrated Child Health Days, a healthy child, a happy family.
Musawo,
Wanji?
nyina ekikaguzo ekiikayo mu kintalibaniza kumala akasumi kakooto.
Kaguza.
Habwakinywa abantu abasaho mwikaani mulanga endwaire eziizire kandi zaizire muno kandi obwo zita n'abantu batayito kukira obutandwa bwa hanguudo biba by'okutiinisa lundi
Nangu akanywani. Ijwere hano mu ihanga lyaitu Uganda akakiwekawo ekirwaire kya COVID-19. Ebola omubende district, Rift Valley fever omubugwanzoba wa Uganda, hamu n'omusujja gw'emibu omu district za Uganda nyingi omu ihanga lyaitu. Ebirwaire ebyo nebirugira mu kufa kw'abantu baitu. Enyuma hao tukatunga obulwaire bwa Marburg kuruga omu bataayi baitwanwa bakagera mu Tanzania. Nabweki tetumanye dihi obulwaire obundi ali bulesire.
Musawo, ebyo bikutiinisa hati tukoleki.
Tuwenda tulina kwekala tuli bulindara tuiteekanite ekintu kyona habwokuba tusobola kumanya dihi nkaha ekiro obulwaire obundi obulaija nankaha ali bularuga.
Hati nkanya omuntu wa buli kiro atali musaho okuninga otango osobola kubanyeteekaniza.
Munywani wange kulwanisa endwaire bujunaanizibwa bwaitu itweena abantu ba buli kiro abasaho omwebyo byona tulina kuba ntuhondera abasawo bakutugamba n'ekitongole ky'obwomezi. Ekyokubanza okunaba omungalo buli kaire n'amaizi amecumi na sabuni rundi kukozesa sanitizer. Otakwata rundi kulya ebisoro rundi ebinyonyi ebyomu kisaka obubikuba bifiire n'ebisoro n'ebinyonyi bitukulisa omu meka zaitu obubikuba bifiire rundi kakuba biba birina obulwaire tebisemerere kuliibwa rundi kukwatwaho otesabikire. Tusobola kumanya obulwaire kirwaire nka Marburg, Ebola, bad flu n'endwaire ezindi ezikusobola kwita n'abagonze babaawo. Ekikukira obukulu genda hirwaro obwokurora obulwaire bwona rundi okufa kw'abantu mu kikiweka kyawe. N'ekindi ebisolo hamu n'ebinyonyi ebyokusangwa bifiirwa mu kikiweka kyawe ebyo nabo manyisa bwangu abekikukwataho basiwulirize kandi bayimukiremu. Faayo muno habwomezi bwawe hamwe bw'abandi. Ijuka obwomezi obulungi buleerwa haka kandi obujjanja bw'omirwaro obwokuba birumire. Obutumwa bw'omubiri mu kitongole ky'obwomezi nebusegekwa UNICEF hamwe n'abanywanyi baabo.
Extra strength kuli mubazo gukorwa ba Rena Industries Limited kandi ni kusangibwa mu maduka gona g'emibazi omuyihanga lyona omubulumi bwona kozesa Paynex extra strength. Paynex teri nungi halabana bali hansi y'emyaka 12 obulumi oburaye yongera hikira mufumo mutendeke extra strength
Boxing Club ngabali waboneka balenga Resort Limited bakudusako kasele mayhemo night of knockout show jabantu birwa musali gwe record wajabuna byako ulira jabantu birwa basanya makumi asatu abaferi konde waruki kubanga twako kaboleka Resort Band ngenda kukubira kuba live ku stage
sente kukabalega resort masente kakati muchai tunyumirwa erikonda ngobera bako live musande nga munano kitopa erikonda biritandika sawa munana mpaka saba tano sechio tuingiriye emitwalo ebiri atenge meza y'abantu mukaaga n'ebyokunywa y'emitwalo ataano niwagidwa Elcom TV kafumilano ne Uganda Boxing Federation kati babagala kubukinga kuba kusimu zino 0776 mukaaga 0505 kirinamu mukaaga oba 0703 kyendamwemu abiri mu nnya hanna mu ssatu oba 0777 mukaaga kataano mu bbiri abiri mukaaga abiri mu bbiri likonde kyavanyumirwa likonde BBS 98.2 FM.
utaferwaga programu Ekyooto buli kya mukaaga okutandika n'essaawa ibiri za nyenkyakara mpaka ina za nyenkyakara obuntu bwose bikwata ihanga lyaitu.
Let's get together.
bw'omu abakuliriza n'okuhaya ebiteekerezo byabwe ha BBS FM buli kya mukaaga okutandika n'essaawa ibiri mpaka ina za nyenkyakara.
BBS. It's the big show.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Habwa kaire kanu akatuli na inywe kandi akoteriyo kuliriza program yetu Baba Safama atuwa tuli hanu ntubaza ensonga studies mnazimu kandi mu studios mbarige ninkyagambira nti haro abakuru abana abarugireyo bazansonga eya sente zikusasurwa abwa president na abwa member parliament era nibagamba nti basabire sente zino parliament egarukemu eyekyondoze sente zino ezikendezeho nomination fees ezikuletereza abantu kugenda kwesimba aba president oba aba parliamentary positions. Nibaga kusikira hali report yakolibwa African Youth Development Link Uganda bakagamba development organization era yagamba nti nomination fees zino zifoire kizibu abana abato abasigaze ensinganto okurango barugayo bagenda mu bikaro bino ebikomerwamu abantu era ba youth bagamba ngo sente zinti bazine zikubaleterezaga okubafereza kubakoma bayina obuhagizi bayina amagezi basomere baitu batayina sente nibagamba kugenda kwa president oboine bukaida abiri kugenda kwa MP oboine emiliyoni 3 nabo cyo nibagamba ngo sente zikendere kyo bakaba kusikira hali Parliamentary Elections Amendment Act ya 2015 parliamentary nomination fees ziri miliyoni 3 ezo nibagamba anti kandi presidential candidate now standards ziri at 20 million. Nibabaliza a launch of the report Mr. Martin Gwanzala executive director wa African Development Link akagamba akakyuzinga ba members of parliament of intentionally hiking fees. He accused members of parliament for intentionally hiking fees to lock out many potential opponents. Nti bakongeza esente ezo neitima aba members of parliament nuko and remember buli muntu akali mu parliament hakiri yakusobora esente ezo emiliyoni 3 is a walk over hali every member of parliament baitu abana mwe bagamba sente zino bakazongeza nekigendererwa itwe kyokutukingira aheru mwana yakaruga university omwana ikaira amuka akasoma tagira mulimo haizira akaire ko kuhereza abantu nagamba dekangene mbe polipo mbe MP baitu bano habo kubakingirayo butenda kugenda kikaro kyabo ngo bakongezaga sente zino intentionally. You cannot lock out a potential candidate because of your selfish interests. Ngo bayikani bongeza isente zino habo ebigenderwa byabo ebyobuntu ngo omuntu ogo akwina asobora genda na akwate ekikale ekyo na kikozesa ngeri ya kusinga nayo wanyakulimu habo ko obusoboza abwine kandi asomero abugumizibwe. Era nibagamba intentions of fees zino they are barriers to younger people okwahereza advantage okurangu nabakarugayo bakahereza abantu engeri kisemereye kityonu. Era bagamba they call upon parliament to reconsider basobole kendeza sente ezo nomination fees at least zibe mitwaro 5 ngo abakire abona abasigaza bakusinga hakiri bakusobora kuba nibayisobora esente ezo miliyoni 3 zirugeyo zigaruka mitwaro 5. Is it possible aba member of parliament bakisobora chikoraho too? Can they give a window ekusobora kuletera abantu abo okujja n'abaketaba mu elective positions? Kiriyaho emitwaro 5 nazo nyingi oba ntaito 3 miliyoni 3 nungi izo bazitwara zikoraki tusakuba tuleno ntuchura buchura zirugeho maybe na yeriyemu ha revenue ya government yekozesa habukwa ba members of parliament mbarugireho aba president buli muntu bamuhereze motoka ni bamuhereza abasirikare ni bamuhereza esente I think oba bahereza ebyo I don't know bajja kutugambira abali hano bayitumanyire ngo bahereze security ni bahereze motoka ni bahereza nebintu byone bikokolesa hanyuma yo kusasula miliyoni 20 ibye babahereza compared to what they give in bitalinga oba bahereza bitaito kandi basaswire nyingi ekyo kiriya kunu ba members of parliament esente zo zikonyera zita electoral commission hapo kwa ni huisasura hateke kindu kikagendera kimu even in political parties NRM osasura sente kugia kwa kadi nkajya kwa jwere bana banupu nabo bakasasura sente kugia kuba kadi MFD so bana basasura sente kugia kuba kadi okusangira kimu obwebembezi elective positions they are bought before you start. On the other hand, can it promote corruption? Habokuba ntugamba go bwebembezi buli buhereza abantu bakugyayo batakunihirayo sente kyonkadi bagyayo okwereza abantu baitu babulikiwa. So nikyo tukwenda kwekaguza, can this money trigger corruption? Omuntu omusindikire omu parliament kyonka amaze kusasula miliyoni 3 kyonka kandi aba members of parliament obwamara kurabamu kuli ne babaha miliyoni 12 kugule motoka ezitali na hamusara nkahura tinkabaga member of parliament ngo harone sente zibabahereza okugura amasuti afoke member of parliament wenyini yajuire. So miliyoni 3 ezo compared to what you are going to get in parliament, is it much money? Kind of that's much money. Is it a sign of responsibility? Ngo muntu bora usaswire miliyoni 3 nikiorekia nti you are a responsible person. Omuntu oli atoile na send kyonko kuirukiro gendo tungo bwebembezi nibo utandike kwerorera. Are you responsible? So niyo tujja kutandikiraho tuli ha YouTube. Abali ya YouTube sazinu ni muturora, thank you very much. Kandi tukusaba na inyu abatari ya YouTube genda ha browser ya YouTube o searching BBS FM Masindi okwijja kuturora loud and clear otulire kana oteka submission zawo tukujja kuyisoma obutweka maiso tukujja kutayisa amasimu na inyu mubazo naitwa abantu babulikiro mutugambire nyine mukira mutabikwatagene sente zisasurwezo. Bahasimu kusindika messages oja kusindika 0 musanju 2 musanju na 2 kinana na mwenda ana name kandi aza radio utaweka kutera 03 mwenda 2 8 mukaga mwenda katumule mkateto kati tugaruke na banyine mu studios today.
BBS 98.2 FM.
Mutaferwa program Ekyooto bulikya mukago kutandika ne saibiri. Okay, bwire bunu bwireka tugenda muramu ko mu studios kiro kinu ndesere omukuru Nek Bosco okuruga mu coordinate akagwa mkintu ebiro binu niwe akulira. He is now ngambe interim leader wa coordinate Uganda as of now, and congratulations. Yes, so ramukya batulirize, say hello to the people and uko tugere maiso. Microphone egi kusemberayi. No problem. Isike kusemberayi kurungu.
Listeners of Bunyoro Broadcasting Services, if you are far from your radio set, you can come closer. I'm Boss Connect. I work with Community Driven Network as the acting executive director, and our head office is just in Kijungu, nearby here. I'm very glad to be in this platform. This is a morning session, which is always good for all of us. If you are in the garden, you are somewhere working, you are a student, and you are planning to go for your lecture, you can still also contribute in those channels, those media channels, such that we move in the same pace.
Okay. His Runyoro is very little. We shall try to kugarukamu byabalizi. And in studios, Nyino Mukuru Dala Sanon, Deputy RDC Masindi District. Once again, I want to thank you. We bali muno kuijaga and nokutuliriza n'abantu kuwulira ebitekerezo byawe, and really people are interested. People love you. People feel good on what you discuss here, and really mugamba mutamurusoga kugamba thank you. Webale ino okwijaga hananga mbaire ndegamba bagamba kodeyo webale ino ramukya abatulirizi
kodeyo kubakulamusa akati lero ndogere rusoga rwerere
rusoga tujja kubura
kale neyaziza muganda wange Washington okunjaza mu studio za Fezino eza 98.2 BBS FM. Njagala okwongera okwebaza, sijja kwebaza management ya radio eno kubeera nti asobodde okugikuumanga eri ku mutindo, ate n'okukuuma abakozi abalungi nga gwe Washington. Si kyangu. Manyi buli omu ayagala ekirungi, kyemanyi nti bangi abagala obeereyo mu stations endala, naye management ekola ekisoboka okubeera nti ekukuuma. So njagala okubebaza
munange ndi waawano
kituufu. Njagala okuyozaayoza bannaffe abalina emikolo egy'enjawulo nga bwe tuli mu weekend, naye era njagala obagamba nti mba mu celebratinga, mulino celebrating nga mumanyi nti Uganda teri mu kukoma leero beekya.
Kale nga mwogera mpola. Bannaffe abafunye ebizibu bitali na bimu, abafunye accidents, abali ku bitanda, tusaba Katonda abanyige. Bannaffe abavudde mu bulamu bw'ensi, tusaba Katonda abawe ekiwumulo eky'emirembe. Amanya n'eddoboozi, nze Sanoni Dara, Deputy RDC wa District y'e Masindi. Ndi musanyufu okumpa feedback nti abantu batuwuliriza, era abantu basanyufu nnyo ne message gye tubanga tubatuusizzaako. Njagala okubasaba nti musigale nga mutuwuliriza, ate temukoma wano. Bw'obeera nga olina ky'oyagala okusharinga nange nga Deputy RDC ono a personal level, osobola okunoonyaako mu ofiisi. Bw'obanga waliyo kinayogedde wano nga twakitegedde bulungi, osobola okujja ku ofiisi ne twogera. Ffenna tuli wano okulaba nti tukola nammwe. Tetusobola kubeerawo nga temuliiwo, ate nkimanyi nammwe temusobola kubeerawo nga tetuliiwo. Ofiisi yaffe tubeetaaga era nammwe mutwetaaga. Njagala okubasaba nti temukyusa akalimi kubanga twakatandiika. Okay. Katutandike with the Mr. Neck. You have heard, first of all, did you pick what I was talking about?
Very well.
Yeah, man. So now you have 10 minutes.
Thank you, Washington. Basing on what you have just highlighted, more especially on the issue of nomination fee, when you look at we in the CSO, what you are seeing, what I feel that is African Youth Development Link raising, it is a general concern. And always when you look at the election cycle, the sequence is always continuous. And we in the CSO, we complement the government effort towards this process. And you know, it is the mandate of the human rights to do the civic education, and it's the mandate of the EC, the Electoral Commission, to do the voter education. But we, in the development partners that in the CSO, we normally step in, we supplement always government effort. And this is really, it is a genuine concern when you look at how some of these, like the nomination fee is affecting, because when you look at some of the CSO, we are always struggling to mainstream the gender and then the social inclusion. You are seeing the youth are being, the issue of fee is affecting their participation. And when we talk of participation, the moment the number is not there, you find the ground is not all that well leveled for everybody. So to me, I stand for this cause, this general cause, because it's affecting the performance. It will affect, even it will continue affecting not only this special interest group.
How is it affecting the service delivery? Abali mutibaina busobozi obukweza service delivery.
Yeah, when you look at, in most cases, when you assess at the time of evaluation, because this empowerment process, when we started the journey from civic education then to voter education, and in all this process, when you assess and you engage the community, the wananchi, you will realize that there are always gaps, and some of these gaps normally comes as a result of lack of participation. And what normally discourages them, it is the element of unfavorable condition. We have security, very okay for us, but the moment now somebody is conditioned in a way of paying this, parting with this, from the primary, that is the internal democracy of the political parties, then coming to the EC, the general election, you'll find figures affecting the performance of some of these. We can cite in the previous election, out of the 11 presidential candidates, we had this girl, this lady called, Linda. Yeah, she almost dropped off because of the issue of nomination, and she was only the only female candidate in the presidential race. So you find in most cases the sympathizers are outside there said, "Oh, Charlie," because when you look at the process of election itself, the sequence itself, nomination, it is at the moment you are nominated, you can say you are now in the race. That's when that's when the citizen can say, okay, so and so is in the race. And we see, so when we are even doing the scorecarding, we start from there. That's when we begin the monitoring election from there. Because nomination is one of the very many process, the very many stages of election. Because after, if you fail even to be nominated, how will you now converse for votes in the countryside or in your constituency? Then how will you even now facilitate all this other process up to at times we normally ask confidential information from these candidates to give us their budget. They fail to give the open budget, but the budget is always up to the swearing ceremony, because each and every person is saying, I'm going there to win. So the moment now you are limited from nomination, will you now finish the race? You are already halfway off. And even your sympathizers, even your voters will not be say, we don't have a candidate. So when you look at in the presidential race, we had 6 who are from political parties and then 5 from the independent. So when you look at both sides, the one who stood in the independence, then you ask them the genesis, how they really struggled to get nominated, and then to go through up to the last end of accepting the result, and then also attending all these other processes, and even going back to the wananchi and said, there are some sessions we normally reserve at the end of the election. That's the reconciliation. I come at the end, I said, Washington, thank you for winning me. Now let's work for the nation or work for the constituent. It is very rare. Some of them, you find them running to court, either even encouraging the voters that I won, not knowing that he was the what?
Is that also brought by the nomination fees?
Now, these are some of the elements I'm talking of. Because when you look at my budget for, let me say, for election, I've part up with this for nomination. Both maybe internal democracy, maybe my political party, my choice, and then to the national. You find now I'm already with a very high hope there. When I reach that place, I may take like 2 or 3 years first recovering all my expenses, of which it will affect the service delivery. That's why some of these candidates, when they join the big office, they take time to go back. Very few normally call back to their constituents. You go in Kampala and you see the days for session in parliament. Other days, some of these people will tell you, I'm still here. I'm still doing resource mobilization. Knowing that when they come back here, there are a lot of issues for them to handle. And also, it is good in this very platform. We have been doing some of the evaluation. Some of the wananchi, the citizen itself, we have set a wrong precedent. And even the candidate itself, I normally tell them openly that they are the one encouraging this thing of parting a lot of things to the issue of school fees, managing all other things, which is not even within their mandate. So it is becoming a very bad culture in politics. That's why when you look at what the African Youth Development Link is trying to bring up, it affects this newcomer from university. May be capable, but now the finances will be affecting me. That's why you see some of the new faces in the races. At times, they normally take time to even score what they have scored.
Okay.
So what matters to me, I stand for that because it affects the performance, more especially when we try now to mainstream the issue of gender and social inclusion.
Okay, first hold it there. Nkwenda kutangira mukuru Honorable Ngomin Isaac, chairperson LC3 Masindi Central Division. Kwenda kutangira mukuru Banage Frederick webale kuija former Buruli constituency member of parliament contestant kandi bitaije kurungi tomanya next time better and akaruka ijweri nako aka FDC nako kayanga
katabeho
kayanga so ebintu tukwa biri biti anyway aija kutugambira tujja kumwaya kaire kataito atwa his experience in that election kwa bongo mimi tukaulira side ye honorable Joab tukaulira side ye baitiwe kandi nkaure byaona bikaba bizibu ngwakabamwe nkokora abandi bagamba bantu bakabata kukwenda bwenda anyway byora birungi elections games buli buzano you go in to win or to be won. You are still telling us abauliza bicha barungi abaina kyatugambira ngwe sente zine zisasurwa abantu kugenda okwehandikisa ziri zimu haziremesa abantu yatweleze example ekyomukazi ayali omu aba contestants omba president yagamba kakaba kake alemererwe okusanga go muntu no mukunya akwereza sente za nomination deni no yekaguza genda kukoze saki omukutaraige biri chweke ebindi kutuzo bururu no sangasa suire esente baitu kandi ezo kutozo bururu takiazini harone kinde kimwebereye haliyo karucha enya kuizire bokaizire kwenda akaruru oide kureka kintu kidogo so ate kintu kidogo eki bogendo kakiteka nomination fee ye milioni 3 it is becoming a tug of war era yagamba ngo ogera okaguza abantu budget yabo yemereireta omukaru nibalema ku disclosing abasinga budget agiendera kimupaka ha last hour hakwagenda makimanyire no bwasaswira ka sente kagenze ku winning. Continue.
Thank you, Washington. And
I wanted to tell them what you had
talked
before.
Yeah, thank you. And when you look at, when we go for some of this, and we are normally encouraged, and I'm really very happy with the media houses, the BBS, because what you are doing, much as now we have the roadmap out, you are really complementing a very big role, much as some of the CSO, they are yet back on the drawing board, trying to now look for funds such that 2026 is really will be a well-embraced election. So back to the point, this culture of ours, where in most cases we feel like when the ticket for somebody to be given an audience must be something you are putting on the table or leaving something or sponsoring what. No, it shouldn't be the case, but it is the opinion that person is going to put on the table, that is his agenda. And in most cases, when you interact, of recent, there was a function in MOPS where some of these youth, we are trying also to reflect on their level of participation in some of these spaces, in open and then in courts. So you find them, the issue of paying normally limit their participation. They may be very capable, somebody may be very okay, but you find the issue of registration is affecting their ability to go through the process smoothly, because you will find he or she is already behind by, or maybe if they are covering 3 places in a day, but because of the nomination day, when they now release the roadmap, you find he or she is still behind the schedule. So,
okay, thank you very much. Let me first go for a short commercial break. Jakuba ningaruka on round 2 to you, and we talk. You give us your last submissions. Taruga radio katugire mukataitu katugaruke.
Musawo.
Wanji?
Nyine ekikaguzo ekikayi nikintalibaniza kumala akasumi kakooto.
Kaguza.
Habwakinywa abantu abasaho. Mwikaani murange endwaire ezizire. Kandi zaizire ira muno. Kandi obwo zita n'abantu batayito. Kukira obutandwa bwa hanguudo. Biba by'okutiinisa rundi.
Nangu akanywani. Ijwere hano mu ihanga lyaitu Uganda akachwekaho ekirwaire kya COVID-19. Ebola omubende district, Rift Valley fever omubugwanyizo bwa Uganda, hamu n'omuswija gw'emibu omu district za Uganda nyingi omu ihanga lyaitu. Ebirwaire ebyo nebirugira mu kufa kwa abantu baitu. Enyuma hao tukatunga oburwaire bwa Marburg kurugo mbatayi baitwanwa bakagera mu Tanzania. Nabweki tetumanyire dihi oburwaire obundi ali buresire.
Musa, ebi bikutinisa hati tukoleke.
Nituwenda tuina kuikala tuli bulindara. Tuitekanirize ekintu kyona hamukuba tusobora kumanya dihi nkaha ekiro oburwaire obundi oburaija na nkaha ali buraruga.
Hati nkanya omuntu wa buli kiro atali musaho okunire otango osobola kubanyetekaniza.
Munywani wange kuwanise endwaire bujunanisibwa bwaitu itwena abantu ba buli kiro abasaho omwebe byona tuyina kura ntuhondera abasaho bakutugamba n'ekitongole ky'obwomezi. Ekyo kubanza okunaba omungaro buli kaire n'amaizi amencumi na sabuni rundi koza sanitizer. Otakwata rundi kulya ebisoro rundi ebinyonyi ebyomukisaka obubikuba bifuire n'ebisoro n'ebinyonyi bijukulisa omeka zaitu obubikuba bifuire rundi kakuba biba bino obulwaire tebisemerere kulibwa rundi kukwatwaho otesabikire. Tusobora kumanya obulwaire kirwaire nka Marburg, Ebola, bad flu n'endwaire ezindi ezikusobora kwita n'abagonze babaho. Ekikukira obukulu genda hirwaro obokurora obulwaire bwona runo okufa kw'abantu mu kichweka kyawe. N'ekindi ebisoro hamu n'eminyonyi ebyokusangwa bifuirwa mu kichweka kyawe ebe nabo manyisa bwangu abekikukwataho basihulirize kandi bayimukiremu. Fayo muno hamwomezi bwawe hamuno bw'abandi. Yijuka obwomezi obulungi bulerwa haka kandi obwijanja bw'omwirwaro olwo kuba birumire. Obutumwa bw'omubulungo mu kitongole ky'obwomezi ne busagikwa UNICEF hamu n'abanywanyi babo.
October is the month of Integrated Child Health Days. These are days where maternal and child health services are offered by the Ministry of Health in all districts of Uganda. The services include immunization of children to protect them against diseases like measles, rubella, polio, diarrhea, pneumonia, and meningitis. 10-year-old girls will receive the HPV vaccine to protect them against cancer of the cervix, and women aged 15 to 49 years will receive the TD vaccine to protect them and their unborn babies against tetanus and diphtheria. Parents and caregivers, please take all your children for Integrated Child Health Days during the month of October and continue to take them for routine immunization after Integrated Child Health Days to complete the schedule and be fully protected against vaccine-preventable diseases. Adults aged 50 years and above will receive COVID-19 vaccination services and complete their doses. You need to complete your vaccination doses and then get a booster dose once a year. But those with underlying illnesses like high blood pressure and diabetes must receive a booster dose every 6 months. All vaccines used for immunization are safe, effective, and free. For more information, call the Ministry of Health toll-free lines on 0800 100 066 or send a free SMS to your report on 8500. Integrated Child Health Days. A healthy child, a happy family.
It's like a clear blue sky.
Blue magic.
The calm blue sea.
Blue magic.
And the beautiful blue flowers.
Blue magic.
For the first time in Uganda, Bidco introduces the Blue
Magic Laundry Bar Soap in a 1 kilogram and 600 grams bar. It is soft on hands, washes clean, leaves a lemon scent on fabrics, and lasts longer. Blue Magic Laundry Bar Soap. Available in all outlets near you. Blue Magic Laundry Bar Soap brings back the magic to washing.
Feeling feverish, you have a toothache, you feel the chest pain, you pain eggs, you have a backache, and all the joint pains, you pain eggs, extra strength, the pain will be relieved.
Panex Extra Strength is a product of Rennie Industries Limited, available in all pharmacies and drug shops countrywide for any kind of pain. Use Panex Extra Strength. Unsuitable for children under 12 years. If pain persists, seek medical advice.
Use Panex Extra Strength, the pain will be relieved.
PBS, the People's Radio.
Webale muno kukoleriza BBS Fama kandi mwebaliyo muno omukumura mu kutaitoko twetwine kora akasente tukayo you have like 3 minutes kuba nomalira your submission ngenda muntu ondi nkwenda kuba ningenda ntakabaire kuba ningarura akazindaro kansoke nsabe bongomen oramukia abantu hamuna omukuru muno omukuru Frederick Banage munamukia abatulirize niko tugende
otyo muno tekaniza wa program myenda yabunyoro kitara murayiroho muta nintangira na ngabo ya president sanoni nabagenzi bangi bona bali mu studio kamba gondeze kuluza kurungi baitu kwenda kucha kusasa kwangi hali family ya chairperson Nelson wakayanja mbere university Jacob chama nuga tufuiroho twa muzika je musajja ti dream yetu yaika true, we would be seeing university there. Musajja chali tumuzikire gejo then in
Kasizenti university agenda kubakwata
Jacob by grace of God. Then
enyuma abayiroli omwamba takwikiriza
nangwa tikiri nikokiri. My concern was the process of ebya council kurabya bintu etakunebuzabuza abantu. That was my major concern. Then tujagaba sente mu PDM around 150 millions.
Kayanjo.
Central Division none within 1 week we are going to give out money to people.
Okay.
So turwanise bunako kamba gondeze kuliza kurungi.
Okay.
Thank you.
Omukuru Banage ramujya batuliriza.
Wabali amutekanija mukuru Washington. Sauti ya Simba.
Yeah man.
Na bagenzi bange mwebale mutabaruke mutalibalina abantu bamasindi ya ndongo na kasongola kyankwanzi hona linyamaraka nelikuika mutabaruke mutalibalina endwara okufwerwa kandi mutabaruke nokusemererwa manyeno mukusemererwa bundi alaha barabizai baite kikuru musembere nyamaraka tusobole okuba tuhanura
webale muno Omukuru Nick, you are still on the floor. You have 3 minutes, and then I cross to other people.
Thank you, moderator. When you assess the level of participation of this, more especially the youth and the special interest group, you find this thing normally affect them so much, more especially in the whole process. See the special interest election for the youth compared to the PWDs. You find them at times PWDs at times with the challenges of mobility. You find them traversing the region also to converse for votes, and more especially at times when they have issues towards election, you find them it's also hard to get support or to rally support to go and file some of this concern in the court because of the nature of their mobility. So that is a gap that we have assessed basing on the previous election, and you find that much as there are some CSO who had some legal provision to support the PWDs always during and after election, supporting them in terms of free legal services, such that in case there is an issue concerning election, they file for them, they support them, give them mobility support, such that they go and report their thing within that stipulated time. But in most cases, you find them taking time because of that kachali. So to me, the issue of nomination fee, I feel like it should be reduced such that we shall get ample space, the citizen will get a good number of candidates to make a good choice, because when there are many, the better for us to make selection.
Like how much at a parliamentary seat?
When you look at the 3 million, and to me also with the time, the parliamentary should not relax. It is not, we are seeing other things like the level of education should be upgraded, not at that very level where it is, such that we get real quality deliberation in
and we encourage people to study.
Yes. Because
like how much?
Below the 3 million.
Below like how much?
Let me say 2
million.
Because, and it also I call upon some of these political parties, they can even give a free range. They drop nomination at party level, then they allow candidate of their choice now to go for the real, such that it gives that person fair and good chances of going for the real. Because if you exhaust my resources at primary, then it comes now to the real. You find me, I'm already even double somebody who has been nominated.
Thank you very much. Omanyire, sometimes I don't want to be with injustices. RD says but you can't be supposed to answer in case somebody singa teka ekintu ekitali nikyo is here on behalf of central government.
Yes, please.
So you will excuse me. Osigalo bazo hulide submission zone, then you come last. Okay, now bali aba African Development Link Uganda bakagamba boba kwenda
uwo ntene nsobi yakusakora icho tukusakumugaba
akandati iwo okusakumgaruka munkoa
itabito bakamabonzi
linda government werija umanyire soko uli banzo mpulize
power belongs to the people
banzo mpulize buli kichweka kigira administration so buli bogende ba company over a home administrators bekichweka nibagira with the last say. You will suggestions, boba tekaho rules.
Onomubuze nti court order mwajijewa ya stopping
ebintu byali delegates congress
ati mwajije president wa Malwati ya
nobuziba mboko nobuziba kaire kemboko haziba
police je
bongo mimi yes akaire kano omanyire whether you like abantu be important bagam so and so is my president so and so is my president. Yes, you are saying it to satisfy your heart but akairo ukaika kugamba president no wajja kusaininga ano owawe ni waija oli bwotaikiriza mu waija omubintu on matters of the country. So please to satisfy ngeke, but there is reality with reality. I love Wakabani Bongo mean last week yagamba, if there is a government in power, you have to work with that government in power. Tenuku abokwa ni yebero. Power belongs to the people, again it's people who put it in power. Yeah. Now Bongo mean
yes.
Topic ya Kyokino Ngero Redo Giulire. By the way, kwenda kusima abantu abali ha YouTube. Thank you very much. Muliyo mukusindika messages. I can see you abandi muri Kampala. Abandi you are within. Abandi mukutura. Kuruga mbichweka bikwaukana. Thank you very much. And your comments nja kuisoma. Wile kuija maisa. Bagambire ngusente. Zinu eza nominations. Nyingi muno. Zikuitira yoga abasigazi. Abasomere. Abaine experience kirungi abakusa kukolera abantu baita bokwa sende zateibweo nizibasibira yoga obutaija kwesimba bazikendeze hakiri bayigarura mitwaro 5 omukuru neki yagamba ziba mitwaro milioni 2 kandi even no busomesi obwegesi babongeze okuruga senior 6 hakiri tugende hakiri diploma. Yes, what is your take?
Abale muno ekintu kyo kubanza. First of all, I want to thank BBS for the space ya civic education yekora, especially the process ya roadmap mutanikirigi implementing.
Okay.
So which is okay, and you're helping government to kurango roadmap yayo embwero basire kurungi and educating abanya Uganda. Ekinte kya kabiri ari mu kintu chimpenda kumanza kuterekereza tukuli kugamba ngu okusoma usa kuletereza muntu kuba kumukoma kuba rundi nka omwekulembezi haro kuba muntu asomere muno kinguraine nabo bantu nibamukoma nataba omugaso haro kuba muntu asomere moderately nosanga kandi nasobora kukora kira omuntu asomere bache chikuru muno kiri kiki ekikuru muno kiri obuhereza omuntu bako bamukomere obuhereza nibo bantu bakwenda muno service delivery when you are a leader who has been elected baito mubyona nyewe kinkurand kiri kiti government through its institutions zazo tuhondera ekitabo kebiragiro the Constitution of Republic of Uganda. So sometimes these amendments zokuongera fees parliament nigena nezongeramu and to be nifokaiteka government Museveni nakiteka oki omukono nakiteka omukono baitu kina oburungi nobubi bwakyo njakirwa in this angle haro kuba yongera nomination fees government netoza source of netoza sent because the all monies go in URA send zone isasuru nomination fees zona zigenda mu URA then arokuba as a source of revenue then arokuba bayongere mu sente to deny okulemesa abanya Uganda okwesimbawo government enyakuro ekwekulembirwa Mr. Museveni agenda yayo abokuba oba kingwiro political space bantu buli muntu agenda nkondo ye hati government nyakuro can create an alternative yokulemesa other people to do what political parties to get candidates to be nominated. Remember, it is the responsibility of a political party registered in Uganda to ensure get its candidate nominated to compete with other political parties.
A political party etaine kuikia milioni habi yegi kubeli
political party ziri nyingi mu Uganda.
Mungi giteka mbwebebe.
Ziri nyingi mu Uganda. By to those which are funded ziri ezo zina members of parliament. Those who have members of parliament. I think kabirebu NUP, FDC, DP, UPC, na Jema, Okura. Those are the political parties which are getting funding from the Electoral Commission.
Ezita kugetinga nizo zira?
Ate zindi, zitaina ba rundi nka anti, manyazi kiyozi nyotinzi manyeri nezinda kwa zita nyingi. So those parties are there.
Are they relevant?
But yes, they are relevant because if you open the political nanka space for everybody to belong somewhere, muta sa kubelong in the farmers party. Nubo bugabebu. Now, obateka esente ezo, it is two-way traffic. Government looks it as entire, but also to some extent it denies somebody the right to participate in a democracy, in democratic process, because he or she doesn't have what? The money. When you're going to pick nomination papers in your party, there are some nomination fees. Ati nomination fees was a government political party. Let me give an example. $1 million to pick nomination papers.
FDC.
We don't deny people access to democracy.
Okay.
We don't deny that. I think other NRM where they assume new mass party. That's what people assume.
No,
that's what just people assume. Yes.
Omuntu nagenda kusasulira ekintu naleke kyabusa
iyo kimanyire people believe in munyomononka mu bunyoro muno and western if you have a flag of the NRM automatic you are going to do what you're going to go through nchokura abantu baruwanagana buchweka yembe ni batunda bibanja ne byombe ku nente zone kurafune flag yaki ya NRM muba ino birurano gonze no masindi how people were fighting tooth and nail Kura he gets the flag of NRM.
Don't you think they are right?
Now they assume that if you actually guys in a civilized society where people know what to do gonzo na flag bakutera nayo
anti but ekikuru here is a political party
tenoko
abakurwana batunge a party flag a political party but again their belief that means is true hawakuwa over 380 MPs are for NRM
that's what is assumed nicho nkugambire
not just
people want to hide
in a mass
to be NRM abakuba iyo kimanyire erabula abantu babagana bine ekadi zinu za NRM zinu abantu baziro basaga munsi akusanga bakutirane agambe nyondi wane then you be safe okuro niba bituwaranka it is one way ticket to save you in case you have any issue. You see, that was something people assumed to be a pride, but now it's not the case. For as long as the civic education continues creating awareness in the people why they should belong in any party of their choices, because government had put fear among Ugandans. Right from when Mr. Museveni joined this. When you came from the bush, you're taking over. Political parties are good.
Already no,
everybody no makati baragonze basibire nempeta abakuraira maso garwanga nibagambangu kwika kufa kutulia ukaniza tosanga batabukira nibagenda mu court. So it's very healthy to have such issues in the family or in internal democracy. Those things are very healthy because it gives an opportunity how to manage your challenges within a political party. So, nomination fees zinu oba kuziteekawo ziri sente nyingi. Hati banzo role bwire buno members of parliament bakubagamba million 3. Tuina 146 districts. Tuina constituencies 353 mu Uganda yona. Kunetegereza? Tuina municipalities na town councils nezindi sub-counties 2,184. Hata zone biribikaro which are elective positions inclusive even their councillors. Okunetegereza? Now, in a situation where a political party would wish nichokora aba NRM bano they are proud of themselves nibagamba, but how do you say that your country everywhere, you opposition members, when you cannot field candidates in all the positions? This is one of the factors. You know, political parties are very young in Uganda. FDC was formed around 2004. Now, political parties don't have the money. Nanka ebitebe TV na esente ezikumara zikusakuba nizibano busobozi obukuhandikisa abantu kwesimba ombikaro byona mu Uganda. Oiro yo NRM emanyera era mu government ekosa sente za government bakunyakura kunu banyakura kunu nibazikozesa okura buli kikaro kiona mu Uganda bakiteremu omuntu.
Hambere tutakagenzere kwika electoral commission. Baba bayinga abaija kutabara nomination papers in the party like now in Masindi. Abakwani benda ticket baba bayinga
mukitebe ki
katugeze FDC
baba bayinga
in the last concluded elections. How many people abagenzere
every position do bakayempa puro
nkwenda kitunulira anti was there a mob eyogama ngo abantu bakayija bali bayingi muno oyo twakomambu muntu womu akwani wakana yetagisa oja kusanga aroho mubabi
kankweki okuroro wawo nyewe I went through primaries to get kufuna flag ya FDC kino kwenda chikugambira.
How many were you?
We were 3. Omu ya stepping down twasigara babiri in the race and I won the race
in the whole of Masindi Central Division. Bantu basatu habintu byabusa
habintu byabusa. What's wrong with that?
Should we say which is money?
People go in NRM tukuligamba ngo abakoba bakwenda to assert themselves ngo bali bantu bagamba fear. Abantu bandi bali mu NRM because of fear. Okurora mbere position yatandikira mu Masindi. That was 2001. Mbere twarugere twagamba tuli bantu babesije. It was a pressure group under PF na kapafu Kutegereza abantu bagamba bojo mwana yokyali muto okutoza yoki bajja kuita
ntonyetegereze kurungi ekinyenzera kuolekya ku comparing tikiri about why people go to FDC or NRM. My point was NRM kale ekusasuza on a political party level, but FDC and now people now we are becoming liberal omubichweka byaitu ngu it is no longer news kuli roli wa FDC oba wanupa
it is news.
It's not
it is news. It's not ati bono ulire gendi wanupa interviews
iwo wayense wa FDC okakubaka
it's not news.
Iwo gambo li FDC yatro gambo li FDC
one Uganda
one people twara kuli atiwe ati
kiomba gede impukuza bazo bulini. My question was simple nti abantu obubaraba ni bayijja kutabara barani bayijja kutabara card bali bantu basatu nomination cards hambere batakusasuza nkwenda kitunuli are people even interested in elective positions.
People are interested but they fear iyo kimanyire omuntu kutinda gamba nankayu
ngunanyonta balire mpaka
za utandetereza aba ichi baruga yuntu gamba government eno banya
muri manzi
tuli tukazinyoka mere dio kagamba abasajja basuma government ni ya NRM basuma
batene kibakozere hata ondi natina
ondi nagamba abo bo akiribo bo bakihayo bintu bino babibaze nayo bimanyire mbero kuruga kuli mu district ya nanka Kibale Kagadi. You see how people fear to join the opposition in your district. So those fears have been created amidst and around it is self-fear, self-intimidation. Omuntu na yetinira mundaruga yo abantu baranga mbaki. So nyaki nkugamba kirikiti ngu one ebime bikuletereza abantu taba nominated. The civic space also in Uganda is shrinking. Civic space is shrinking. Teri nungi. Now abantu bakubani bagamba bakulemesi bakwesimbawo abokuba esente ti zero. Look at the population of Uganda. Statistically we remember bakugambira 39% of Ugandans are in total poverty. Now assuming that person, the one PDM is targeting to improve on his household income, every household, that's 39% of this Ugandans. This is a very big number. Now those people, they can pay. Being poor does not mean you cannot be in leadership. Could be financially poor. No, does not mean you are poor. Ati baingaha abagaiga kandi bakwibira na kimu. Okunyetegereza. Leadership is not all about being rich. It is about service.
No, Suma is not just being poor.
It is just service. Ngo obokuba opportunity bakuba gihairo muntu. Esande zino bakazitembea to deny other political parties to field the candidates. Abokuba we don't have the money to field all the candidates in all positions. Hatibanzo role we have 353 constituencies. That means the party must have in each position, assuming fielding one candidate, the party must have around 437 millions to field the candidate in every position, which the party doesn't have.
Billions of money.
Billions of ati nizoze kibi
tukaba tuyimanyire
nizoze kibi ati mukamu wananka wa dala onu niwe yagambire by 2026 ebite bijja kuvaho tinuwa kugura abasajja
obundu wakarura maiso
na Roma
yarore enkora yanyu yaro mujja kuwanaga
abantu bali na jana nkumbi sofa bakabahereza billion musanju nizo zikubagade sente zekibi nyondi wakatonga tindi wananka na jana nkumbi.
Okay, no malira nkwedo tugambire. So how much do you think would be put on registration on nomination fees?
Nyowe kuli kutwalizamu abwange nkabangumini, I would say even there should be no nomination fees.
Abantu keep it free.
Abantu, because if it is a right for somebody to contest, the constitution says every Ugandan has a right to contest, and if it is a right,
let it be free.
They come on to be a symbol. People decide leaders of the
country. When you pay some money, it shows responsibility within you.
Which responsibility?
Even
how much is it? Nomination fees, assuming that we have all these monies, like the constituencies in Zokurora, that's around 1 billion. Plus the other, that's around, assuming every position, as it goes around maybe 5 billion nomination fees. And what impact does it create in the government? It cannot even run the district local government in a financial year sentence box soros.
Okay, thank you very much. Ogubongo min Isaac Rekampo mnemka taito muno ngaruke no mukuru Banage Frederick. Ntaruga ready.
Mom, it's a big heap of clothes. Yet you complained that blue soap burns your fingers.
Not any longer, my dear. I discovered Bull. Bull has made life much easier. It's white and makes my washing cleaner. Also soft on my hands and makes clothes smell nice. Can you imagine? Bull cleans utensils, clothes, and can also be used for bathing.
Bull Washing Bar. Move with the times. A new way for all types of washing.
PBS 98.2 FM.
Utaferwaga program Ekyooto buli kyamukaga okutandika n'essaawa 2 za nyenkya mpaka 4 za nyenkya obuntu bose bikwata ihanga lyaitu.
Let's get together.
Okay, Baba Safama akaire kanu kenyini amwebale muno mukumulamu okutaito okutubairemu kandi ababela Uganda nibagamba nti kozesa ebijuma bya kurungi ebijuma ebya ARVs nuko sobole kuba na amani osigale nokola emirimo ya kurungi habwokuba abasawo babagambira engeri yokubikozesa. Kandi remember you can still have a positive life okasigala nokolera abana bawe naiwe no yekolera wenka. Take your medication ARVs according to the health workers instructions. Taking ARVs correctly leads to good health. You can live to achieve your dreams. You can enjoy your youth while on ARVs, and you can have hope. You can have hope for tomorrow with ARVs. You can still be useful members of the community and seek support from health workers, peers, and guardians regarding challenges that may prevent you from taking ARVs. Caretakers trust in ARVs and ensure that the child adheres to them correctly and correctly takes doses every time they are supposed to, and your child will grow to become a productive family member, and you will also be appreciated by them and by others. This message brought to you by Baila Uganda. Nyone gamba nti omubazi ogu mukuru hapomezi wawe habwokuba ne kuhereza okusemererwa kwa nyenki omukuru Banage sembeza microphone egyo hayi esobole kuba ne kwa bantu bakule kurungi. Yes.
Ansonga yokendeze sente nyowe amutekereze yange alobunkuburwa nikyo kugamba ekihikire abwensonga
oli omu abokwara oli omu abasaswire sente zino
milioni 3 kyonka milioni 3 mu politics ya Uganda ngokwesimba kikalo kya member of parliament kali katondo mu nyanja kali katonde
omunyanja enkoto kwiba kufoka okazoka nti oli member of parliament rundi okaika abantu bakakulola nti Washington ono tukulola mali ali akusobola kuba mukolasi waitu omukulola no muntekereza yabantu that is where I want it nabantu kwikiriza mungu ono yakutufuga ono nokufuga tibakuloho muntu ono akusobola kuba MP kuba bo bamanyire nti omuntu kuba MP iwe nyine oboli ATM
Okulora.
Say it again.
Iwe waliki.
ATM yowa yawe yabu.
Yabantu.
Okay.
Okulora. Nikyo okulora nti omubwire buno obutuku bantu lwa miliyoni 3 ziroho tiziroho nyokwenda gambira abagenzi bange. Our political situation, you know, an election is not an event, it's a process. Tikiri kintu kyogumya gagingira kine mitendera likikulaba ataroho kikozerwe nobutuku gamba bantu behandikisize busa nabo kitukutamba kya habwokuba abantu bajja kwemera 10 lubakwemera 10 babaze kyonka abatezi ba karuru tibajja kubarora
oyiro bulayizira alinka ATM
alinka ATM okulora
olinka sente
nikyo kurora nti gonzo
bakenga ATM
obwire bunu ati Washington onagirege empulirizo ngeze wamuje okanaga empulirizo hona otandike kuhura abantu bagambire Washington akwija wamani ali Washington bagambira kwija wamani
bakusoka kwa baitu center ine
yubuka kulogamba wamani iyo gendo mutwalire kutowule byako bazogamba biro akwemwegereza nikyakugamba kyakyonga kubasente hatugu wamani
harodi we kuragana azina amazina nambara nabanakire sente
hati nkugamba ensonga eyaitu yokuterekereza byemikomero mu ihanga Uganda ekwetaaga mujungu heta affirmative action okutekereza muno omugenzi wange neg abalize akusoma mugenzi wange Bongomini yagamba okusoma tekiri kikulu nkwenda kukoleka parliament yati ihanga Uganda today tikiri kikuru muno ngukugamba ngo mutu asomere muno ngikyo kikuru muno that was what my brother Bongomini mentioned about Parliament of the Republic of Uganda. Abantu abaina senior 6, they are less than 50 members of Parliament. Only senior 6. The rest baina degrees and masters. Abaina masters bagena mu bibiri ne kindu. Meaning that half of the Parliament bona baina masters. 80%, 90% baina degrees.
Abandi ba lawyers.
Kyonka abantu abo obwire buno the question of academic qualification tukukibalizo habukuba natural sieve has already done its work habukuba MPs abali obona bakozereki
basome
but let's look at their performance.
Yes. In fact nkutegekayo program nkwenda kuleta abantu itu abali hansi abebezi batalimu and we have evaluate this time these people have been in offices twantu bazali Bongomini kirekyo takubana aikale wikara ulirize are we satisfied with his services mu myaka ene itumazire tugenda ba MPs tugenda be chairman 5 nibyo bigaruko ba meya
dora enkora yabo mu parliament yokora obokorora enkora yabo kandi enkora yabo tekuisana no kusoma kubakozereki okubasomere enkora yabo tekuisana
reflecting the level of education
tekoleka ngoko bakozereki basomere hati ekikaguzo kyokusoma tukoraki tukihawo mugenzi wange abantu bakutekereza muno one time tukaba nawo in the same conference ntubaza reforms akaijaho entekeza salo pendi na gamango UPNS na USA ekakonyera abantu koraki kusoma therefore okusoma bongere yo levels nkaba kaguze iki UPE na USA ekafaveringa bebembezi bonka tafaveringa abantu bwere favoringira abantu barani benda kwetegereza kale tuteko minimum qualification of a voter nkakaguza bira ina masters osabire go mulimo pano y'abantu baku interviewing bali ba P2 would you get justice okasaba mulimo oyina masters Washington na PhD Dala ina PhD musabiro mulimu kyonka pano yabako interviewing aliyo ba P2 ndio
yokate kubakwata
do you expect justice omubantu abo therefore our electoral system ekena bingi byokukola obutwama ntugamba nti ababembezi banungu nti basomere kurungi kabantu bakutekereza kandi babakomi nyuwe mbaire a candidate kyonga nimpiko mbichweka mu bantu wabale kujja mukamu waitu nikadura mahano gano nyuwe abantu abo byenyiziro ndibo bakama bange kyonka
boni bagamu
tibali civically competent to a level yokwetegereza ngunyowa kubasabiriza karuru ninyowe muntu wa hansi muno bubali bantu bamani okirora kwetegereza ngunyondiki nibo bakama bange hati bwokurora situation egyo okula bingi bina kukorwa nikyo korora nti bafurukire bobe nyina abatezi bakaro bako
bai nekyo kyonkati mutudupa nito bakama banyu
nangwa
omumara kuraba muni murabyama motoka ga billion ite tuli habige
nangwa
the truth amazi magali
ati
omuntu ati kanyo ndi mukozi w'abantu ba Central Division
okeriya
okorora emotoka egyo rubanko rugoye rungi waire ruina kohereza abantu ekikuru kiri oboru batire motoka ya billion abantu bawe bakufuna mu bata.
That's a very big question.
Amarwaro gakubagasira bwire buno kusanga wayano atalo barua gonzege barua gonzege no sanga bongo mini barua zikumweta
egyo mirembe obaki kibantu kuruga
tiba kurugireho kyonka
akatego kabo karugiremo tokyali mu mutego
obatayishukireho okurura obatayishukireho atukusanga bongo mini barua haina kama 12
ezikumweta
bakweta hano kyonka bakukweta
nyongira bakwenda iwe nko muntu
bakunihira akantu okirora ijwere mpaka nanka stage yao ijwera stage nonye bintu byona kukoreza real testimony alo mojo avugira asaha akaribona akatunga accident uyatungira accident obwongo buba kugamba kusana wahugukire bwagenda nande na maiso gafuruka mu bichweka byao kyonka abantu onkasanga abasajja bayikalire ni bahanura ni bagamba hati tukole tutanga hati kitu inakora tutere namba za MPs no ziringa bakuterera ba MPs nuko muntu najanjabwe okuro bayika kutekiza bo bakwenda kwesimba
niko ni bagamba
batandika kuseru tuhereze namba ya rugaba tuhereze namba yo bakuserura kiki nti abantu bonyine babuli kiro iyo bwo kujya kwesimba tibakororamu obuhereza ngogenda kubakora ebintu rundo batero omulingo guba kugasirwamu kyonka bakunira yoki esente okuro bamanyire kimu ebizibu byabo byona iwe nka MP okubimara na sente no kwata mu nsawo no kolaki zibe fuizi ziremere abe murwayire abe ki byona kukwatanka mu nsawo. Therefore, much as parliament, barani wagamangu prerogatively, bakutandikisa batandikize a nomination fees.
You have 2 minutes.
Barani wagamangu batandikikorolela nomination fees. Bakia ina bindi byokukora okutekereza byemikomere bihanga Uganda. Nyo Rwanga nkonyere nti nyarura hakaruru. Nkatandika kurura karuru at the time of CA.
Constitutional
Assembly. Abapanta leo burule nenkoto bayijaga hamasaza manya bayijaga hamiruka bona ni barota hamu abantu ni barubata bonka ni bayijanga arale atalo ni bakuteka mu sente kuyija ni bababaliza ni mara kubabaliza ni bagenda tibaligaruka
nekiyesende batakimanyira
batakiroho
hata kizibu eke tujia kiao tuta kugarura umutima guli mu bantu ngwa you are not supposed to ask
hati
umuntu sente
akaba systems ezabayireho nyuma hokuli akabalo systems no buhereza okurora hata obuhereza bukaba buroho bwafwa
katikiti hiyo kimanyira bwaki ngambirege okusanga mtu na Rwanda buchweka hembe kura funa tiketi NRM obwagifuna NRM ehereza kandi tugu sente nyingi muno eza kumaja kosanka
nabo jori kama kachura ni bagamba batabese
bakaba Aru impata afunire sente zo kwesimba mu campaign
nabagwire mu primaries babaha kumanya babere na nyingi
so atekizibwe kitusaki mara tuta ekijya kuba bakikaguzo kya buli muntu wena
koma babe yani treasurer wa NRM one
ebe tubiro tuinabo Uganda besimbire mu NRM
obeno gamba
brothers ekikaguzo kya itukiri what should be done kurangu twafuna omuntu eyaro omubwire bwa CA namanya nti obururu oli bwajja kwesimba muhuliriza content ya ine era yamba obate yambe than obutatunulira sente
mayuli bantu bagenderaga hamu
kike kisakuru era civic education
omuntu akoyaya murato samwegesa ngo taliya hati bantu entekereze yabo bali mulingo ogwo okurora kikwetagisa okutekereza muno nokura nkoko ehanga lindi kusagaruka mu nteko kandi kikubanza kikuru joro kula Magufuli Tanzania yayemereraga kasanga emisore fuire kyonka yemereraga nagamba wazalendo ya Tanzania mulipe kodi tupate maendeleo tupate madawa kwenye daktari tupate mashule mzuri nuko gamba kandi nayolekane byakozere okurura nagamba musashure misoro tukola marwaro emisoro yijori nkozere ngozerwaro liti nkayijana kasanga mibaze talu mu marwaro ngitairemo ali mugenze mwasanga mibaze taliyo mheshimiwa rais tumepata dawa vizuri hati kikusoba kutekereza abantu bano kufurura mutekereza yabo tukusoba koso buhereze baiko marwaro mibaze eriyo bamanyengo obwebembezi budetermininga mibazi kyongo bakwika mu mibazi marwaro bakasanga etaliyo bakasanga bintu byonna bitabayine kandi numubayiha karuru bakumanya mugenda kora byanyu atumuna mugenda kora byanyu tulina kubaganira hano
kikuwera hano webale muno thank you very much omukuru deputy RDC Sanono Dara tandikirawo
nayanziza mukuru ono nja kumwebaza ayogedde ebigambo ebikulu chairman wa FDC
bamukuba akalulu
chairman
nakaba
ayogedde bulungi era ebigambo byange ndooza byengenda okwogera byembadde njagala okwogera ebimu yabyogeddeko ebimu nja kwongerezaako obwongereza kakati ekisooka omanyize nsobola okugamba Washington nti bwe twali tusoma waliyo essomo lye bayita history likyaliyo newabeerayo n'essomo lye baali bayita political education ng'abanzi bwe yasomera eryo lyavaawo naye nali musajja yagala nnyo political education era namukola bulungi paka mu senior 4 ne history oyo namusoma bulungi paka mu senior 4 unfortunately bwe nali ngenda mu erefu muzeeyi wange n'alabira ddala nga sirina kola arts ndina kola sciences era namaliriza nga ngenze mu BCG agriculture naye nga ebirooto byange byali nnyo mu line eya arts gundi history n'ebirala
nosoma obulimi ate tojja
kakati n'ensoma biri bwe namala biri naye nga ekirooto kiri eno nga kiri eno mu history ne politics nga bw'oyagadde kibeere kakati ekyo kyandeetera okubeera nti history ono musoma after school oba after campus muwadde nnyo obudde n'essawa zino musoma musoma mu kilaasi mu kinaye wano ngenda nsoma mu biseera byange eby'eddembe neetagisa okugenda ku Google kitagisa okukonsultinga mbikola kakati ekyo abantu abasinga we tumisingira. Sawa zino tuli mu ku debatinga ku current affairs eziriwo kati. Naye history ebiseera ebizimu tetumujjukira era tetucomparing. Bw'obanga ozizaayo akatambi nakuwulidde bwe wabadde oyogera wagezezaako okukomparinga abakulembeze abaliwo saawa zino paalamenti ya saawa zino ne paalamenti ya CA si kyoyogedde. Kakati nze mu kulaba okwange paalamenti eri eya CA yakola nnyo. Bamemba ba paalamenti abaalimu oba representatives abaalimu baali bateesa era nga ne performance yaabwe abenyiziza mujja kunsonyiwa. Tosobola kugikomparinga kweno eriwo kati. Bw'obanga oli mu kukomparinga leadership, for example in local government nti oba chairperson LC5, ojja kusanga nti mu 1990s oba late 1980s twaliwo ne Greta Masindi. Okitegeera? Greta Masindi ng'eriko Kiryandongo,
Buliisa,
eriko ne Buliisa.
Ne current Masindi.
Kakati kitegeeza nti nga chairman 5 atuula wano. Naye nga waliyo omuntu ali e Buliisa n'omuntu ali e Kiryandongo eri e Karuma, Kiryandongo Jecom, nga yeetaaga service. Surprisingly, abantu abo baali bafuna service. Ne complaints ezaaliwo ekiseera ekyo tosobola kuzikomparinga ne kati. Entalo ezaali mu Masindi
oba tewaaliwo platforms ezitulaga kye bawulira.
Zaaliwo. Platforms zaaliwo. Tiri mu kugamba nti waali ntalo. Naye zaaliwo. Naye zaaliwo by then tosobola zikomparinga
neza kiro kino
neza saawa zino. Okitegeera? By then nga tulina abakulembeze ng'omuntu abeera wano naye n'apulaningira eri. Bw'otunuulira n'eggundi ne performance ey'abakulembeze abaaliwo by then n'essaawa zino. Kakati tudde mu by'okulonda. Kubanga bino byonna bye tuli okudisikasinga issue si ya ssente nti omuntu asasule. In fact nze enganze nga bwe ndaba ebintu naali badde ndowooza nti ne miliyoni 3 ntono. Omuntu okwesimba okubwa chairperson LC5 yali badde nga asasula emiliyoni 10. Why? Bw'obanga wakomparinze ebiseera bino nedda twalina abakulembeze naye nga abantu bagenda okulonda nti ono yagenda okubeera chairperson LC5 nga bamaze okukwetegereza.
Ng'oli man of integrity.
Exactly. Era edda bw'obanga ozizaayo okwakatambi because Washington tuyinza okuba nga tuli mu age bracket yemu. Ebyali biriwo olina okuba nga wali obiraba. Ng'omuntu nze nzijukira bwe nabeerera omuto mu 1990s awo twalina eyali chairperson C5 omusajja oyo yali mumanyifu nnyo kuba yamala n'abeerako ne RDC eweebusi Bagge Yansolo. Omumanyi Bagge Yansolo
kuli wamaanyi
onaabiruddemu. Yalina omusajja gwe yali avuganya naye gwe baali bayita Musumba. Omumanyi akalulu nga kavuga. Naye nze nzijukira bamama baffe nga waliwo kye bayita clubs. Club nga oyo ali okunoonya akalulu bw'aba agenda kujja ekyalo kirina okwetegeka. Bw'atuuka abantu ne batuula ne balaba omusajja first of all afaanana atya, ayambadde atya, bigambo ki ebimuvaamu. Ekyalo ne bazina ne bakuba engalo n'ayogera. Bw'amala okwogera nga ezaali badde nga ssente nga kati bano ze bagaba azinamu buzinyi mazina. N'azina abantu ne bakuba embuukuuli ne bakola ki n'agenda. Naye nga bw'amala okuyingira mu ofiisi yafiira mugundi mu accident. Bw'amala okuyingira mu ofiisi nga bw'eriba kkubo nga lyakukolebwa nga yagambye nti nekkubo lyetaaga okukolebwa, njagala okutegeeza nti nga n'omuntu azze okumwesimbako kiba kizibu. Y'ensonga lwaki
ng'osanga ng'omukulembeze oyo kizibu nnyo okufuga ekisanja ekyo ekimu. Era in most cases nga babeera abantu babiri. Ono ajja abakompitinga buli kisanja. Ono ajja n'ajjayo munne n'omulala naye n'ajja n'akola ki? N'ajjayo omulala. Kakati saawa zino abantu ng'ono bw'ayogedde bw'okeera ku makya n'ogamba nti tukireke nga kya gundi nga tewaliyoko gundi requirements ezeetaagisa. Kubanga kati nze mu kulaba okwange nze nga nze ndaba nga abantu abeesimbawo bano abasinga ku 100 ojja kusangako nga abalina ekigendererwa ekyokuweereza abantu namba egenda ekola ki? Ekendeera. Politics wedda yali saaviisi era ng'osanga n'omuntu abeera mu gundi mu district emyaka 5 naye ekisanja ne kiggwako nga towulidde nti alina ettaka lyakoze eki lyanyaze, nti alina poloti mu tawuni gye yeegabanyizza. Okitegeera nga tosobola kuwulira sikanda eyo. First of all omuntu ng'ajja nga alina obusobozi, akoze sente ze, alina bizinesi z'akola ki nga sente ate azijja mu bizinesi n'aziteeka wa? Mu kalulu. Kakati saawa zino osanga nti omukulembeze ajja ng'anoonya opportunities mu leadership ye n'alya looni. Omuntu n'agenda okwesimbawo ng'asoose kuteekayo nnyumba ye muki? Mu banka. Bibyo by'osanga nti bwagwa after 3 months 1 year banka yaze nekola ki? Nemutola. Because ajja ng'ali kushiwa diiru ng'amanye nti nzize kukola ki? Nzize kusuubula. Okitegeera? Waliyo n'abajja mu kalulu oli ne balangirira nti bwa chairperson LC5. Okitegeera? Naye oli najja n'apickinga nomination forms naye ng'ali mu kunoonya ani anagamba nti munnaye jangu nkuwe ssente oveemu
lindako
olidde mabega wange.
Ole yire nominations,
yes,
takwenda kwesimbawo,
yes,
just is an opportunist.
Exactly.
Alindirira olala amugamba ajja tubaze.
Amugambe nti jangu twogerezeganye kiki ky'oyagala. Ati ya munnaye nataddemu $5,000,000 bw'ozimpa nze nga nkola ki? Nga nvaamu. Era ogenda okuwulira nti bannaye ku lw'obulungi bw'abantu ono tuva naye mu gundi ngenza okulaba ono yalina ebigendererwa ebinaasobola okugira muviiriddemu ngira abawagizi bange mwena mubeere mabega. Azifu mulinga bisawo bya kasooli nti ajja basitula busituza akole ki?
Abagabire nange.
Abagabire. So politics ono ebiseera bino azzeemu business. Okitegeera?
So it is on that point okusinzira n'ogamba ongerewo na sente.
Exactly. Because omuntu bwe banaagamba omuntu for example kankuwa ekyokulabirako mu Masini tulina constituencies zimmeka? Isatu. Tulina ziri 3. Tulina municipality ne tubeera ne Kiruuli ne Bujenje. Kakati Buluuli erina sub county zimmeka?
Buluuli ine Kiruuli
munana. Buluuli. Bujenje erina sub county zimmeka? 6. Kakati omuntu otasobola kuraisinga $3,000,000 ez'okwewandiisa ojja kujjawo amafuta agagenda okutambuza the whole constituency.
Bagamu mu parliament. Tibagamu. Candidate. Okay.
Tonaba kuyitamu. Because akalulu oli mu kukanoonya nako kali expensive.
Tinya avuga egaali.
Ne bw'oba kuvuga wa gaali osobola okuvuga gaali n'otambula amagombolo omulana gonna luyale. Tekisoboka. Okitegeera? So gye bakoma okuteekawo ezo gundi ezo requirements ne terms and conditions ojja kusanga ng'oyo omuntu ali serious asobola okukola ki? Okuvaayo. Saawa zino nze nkubulira for example waliyo ebifo bya gundi, waliyo ebifo by'olaba nga tebiina nze nga ndaba nga tebiina nnyo na gundi na mugaso gw'amaanyi. Akawulunga ebifo by'abavubuka because nze mbadde mu youth politics for the last 10 years. Nabibaddemu. Naye because wote waliyo nti leta sasula sente bweziti tebazisasula. Naye ekyo nze mu district yange mbeera neesimbawoko ebisanja bimeka? 2. Ekyasooka nawangula, ekyokubiri nempitamu unopposite. Naye okimanyi nga oba wakagenda nga bakimanyi bulungi nti Sanona agenda kuwangula akalu naye ng'oli ajja n'akugamba munaaye nzize bw'otooba tonsootinze nja kujja tuvuganye
kanaawe kyokola n'omusooti
kati gwe n'otuula n'ogamba nti munaaye obadde ogamba otya nti kakati bw'ompaayo $5,000 oba $1,000,000 nze nga nkivaamu lwakuba nti nze nali ne mmanyi nti ndi strong nga nkugamba oba oli musajja katusinkagane muki mu lwesi kubanga ojja kwetaaga okusomba abagundi abalonzi kati ngafe akagundi akerekito college
mubasomba
olina okuba transporting okuva mu sub counties oba mugenda kulondera ku district ekyokubiri olina okukampinga olina okupangisa hotel n'obateekamu n'obaliisa n'obanywesa paka ku time y'okukola ki ey'okulonda
abakino obaawula okukoona batabanyaga
of course bw'oba tosobodde kubaleeta onaabimanye tobeerako mu kagundi ke electoral college ekitegeera so kiki kyentegeeza omuntu bw'ogamba nti bajjewo ssente ojja kuleeta kati recently mu last election waliyo weevu eyajja mwena mwagira
yanupu
sijja kwogera gwayogedde oba ye nupu oba kisimanyi ne bagenda ne bagira omanyi omuyaga bwe guba gutambula terina kyebugolaki kakati njagala ombuulire ebyali abakulembeze abaafuluma nze soogedde ku nupu naye njagala abawuliriza abaffe n'abawala wano mu studio muzeeyo olutambi munoonye councils political parties bezaaleeta bye boogera bye bateesa nibye bakoledde ki nibye bakoledde abantu why era ojja kubalaba nga abasinga bali nnyo wansi mu councils okutandika ne district newa gye bakugamba nti okwewandiisa leeta y'emitwalo 5,000 oba 10,000 oba 20,000 ekitegeera akavuyo kali mu local government saawa zino nkubuulira
bikonde basigazi
emasindi waliyo wayinza okuba nga waliyo gundi mu councils nga waliyo obuzibu ne districts zino endala naye ng'oyagala okutegeera kye bayita akavuyo mu councils genda mu central
nakuno kukaliyo nakuno buli kyoto kubarage mundu zikutamu nanka kwata emboko bikonde genda kikube nikyo kimu genda hoima
yaga tutunulire anti
it is cutting across
of course it cuts across naye bwo comparinga wano ne mugundi ne mu central so nze ndowooza nti abakulembeze first of abalonzi tusooke tutegeere omuntu kyekiri kiwayogeddeko civic education omulonzi lwaki ndi mu kulonda okitegeera nze mbeera mu office sometimes tugenda mu gundi mu community engagement meetings eyo mu byalo naye omuntu n'otuuka mu kyalo n'atandika okugamba RDC lino ekkubo tebaalikoze twagala RDC otuyambe ekkubo lino bakole ki balikole kakati n'ogamba RDC ekkubo okulikola mulimo gwange kituufu naye alina okukirwanyisa oba okulobinga oba okukireeta alina contributing a percentage around 90% yani narrative bw'otunulira ku ngeri ku process ey'amakubo yesikubo gyolina okuyita mudde nekubo lisooke likolebwe tulina first of all tulina amakubo ga mirundi ng'ena tulina ekkubo erya UNRA ne tubeera n'ekkubo erya city ne tubeera n'ekkubo erya municipality erya district netubeera n'ekkubo erya sub county kakati ekkubo erya sub county sente bwe ziba zivudde ku center ne zijja ku sub county bazireeta first of all ba councillors mulina okukola gundi mulina okukola budget ne mulaga nti nekkubo ligenda kukolebwa lino nalino RDC bwe nzija mu council yammwe mbeera ex official sisobola ku dictating anti because I am an RDC linekubo likole ki likolebwe naye omuntu alonda omuntu first of all tamanyi muntu gwagenda kulonda kyagenda kola secondly nga ne gwe balonze naye tamanyi nti ekkubo lino okukolebwa nze alina okugenda mu council nenkonvisinga bakansala bannange oba nendeeta ensonga eyo kugundi ku flow nembagamba nti ekkubo lino lyetaaga okukola ki
naye don't you think we are having wrong leaders because of that very money we are talking about because he was capable of providing that money neza karu yabanazo then we don't have an option tokunira ngusinga baziyawo esente noli wenyini ataine sente aine bigendererwa ebyokurumirwa omuhando ogwo nawaguru batamu akafuna audience abokuba bwenyizire mwagambe miliyoni 3 already muntu ile technically I'm out tinkene kyenkusobora kugamba baronzi abokuba I'm not that in that docket eyabesimbiro don't you think sente tuzihiro nuko nayo mugaiga akubalise sente nanyo wenyije mbe nominated
kati
ate akiri tukompitinge n'ebigambo iwo teke musende nyontemu ebigambo
kambuzeeko Washington omuntu osobola okujja ne weewandiisa ne weesimbawo notasobola kunoonya kalulu ne bakulonda tebasobola kakati bw'obanga ekyokubiri nga we oyagala bwa member bwa parliament assuming oli mulungi nnyo olina endowooza ennungi osobola okuteesa bulungi osobola okuleeta sente buluuli erina munana sub counties munana assuming ovudde mu labo osobola okujja ne weewandiisa n'ogenda n'otuula egundi erabongo n'otatambulako mu sub county yonna erinnya lyo ne lifulumira ku kalulu ne bakulonda kiki kyentegeeza
emiliyoni 3 obaraba zihireho can't I use that money nkapangisa akabodaboda kakampikiaga mberi
emiliyoni 3 Washington njagala tu debating oba twajiwenge nga abantu ababaddeko tu following
nkwenda tumalire tugende mu bantu
yes nga abantu ababadde tu following ebintu bino nga bibadde bikola ki bibadde bitambula emiliyoni 3 assuming oli kunoonya akaluka bwa MP ng'oyina emmotoka niwe gaba amafuta gasobola emiliyoni 3 zisobola okutambuza sub county n'otuuka buli ku muntu yadde kutuuka ku 30% oba 50% nga amafuta gokka tekuli nti lucupa lw'amazzi nti oba kugendako mu restaurant kulya
ne bali abagamba nti nga tonnayogera
exactly abo katubajjeko nga bwe nkugambye nti edda kubanga bwe nkugambye fwe twalinga njagala ozeeyo akafaananyi eyali kyamanero C51 mu Greater Masindi ayina okubanga tiyakola ki tiyagaba sente naye abalonzi yali akola ki olowooza yali akozesa sente mmeka
kurubata
when you are a candidate you must strategize mulingo gwo mobilizing funds you fundraise for your campaigns but ekikuru muno ekitabo kyebiragiro kikugamba every Ugandan has a right to participate
but can't
now in a right to participate there should be no financial implications you could denying somebody that right
no but can't
that the spirit eyokuleta that a sente omwe gukweta sente abe miliyoni 3 was actually to fail the opposition parties
to
have candidates
opposition parties tinibo bonka batamu ihanga banzo lindeho aro ekitweta constitution eyeri harupapura ngu it is written but behind that constitution ariyo reality ngwego emiliyoni 3 tuzihireho buli omu waije then sanono hamuna omukuru banagi ibo kandi bagenzerege bakirora broadly bayinguraho habi papule bisigning bweho ngo omuntu has a right bageno ne practical part of view ngo omuntu hanyuma yo kusasula emiliyoni 3 ne hagambire it is a drop in an ocean ngo haliyo kurubata haliyo ogenda kusanga omuntu bagamba tokabalize kandi ikaino baza for 30 minutes then no bakagulize bagamba baku excusing 3 million but is it practical ngo 3 million yezo bazihiro orasobora kutamu karuru kandi okakoroka
iyo kimanyire nawosu nkwenda kumanyisa ngo halimo abantu balemire ku getting nominated abo sent
okay kanso kenge ndo amasimu turole kibagamba hello Wanji good morning
I'm okay.
Yes.
First of all, I want to thank you because you are with the deputy RDC. So I'm a person from Kimanya. Right now, as I'm talking, there is a land which was in court still. But yesterday, that there are very many soldiers who entered here, but
we
don't have the number plate of a car. But they are saying they were sent by the RCC. So I want to know, is it true yet? The other issue was not yet finalized.
In Kimanya?
In Kimanya up lower.
Soldiers are there now?
Yes.
Are soldiers there now?
Right now they're not there, but yesterday they came with cane cutters and they cut all the canes which were in the garden.
They cut the cane that was in the garden?
Yes.
Okay, tueleze namba yao ya Simba ya kuterera. 07 speed.
Excuse me.
Is the number ya simu 077 yawe?
077.
Yeah. Iwe tueleze yawe simu.
077. 23.
23.
51.
51.
Yes. Then 036.
036. Okay, thank you. Hello. Yes, sir.
Walienda Ramazan.
Ego walienda.
Kati nzoka kwebaza mukulu RDC oyo.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa barakatuh.
Naam.
Baba wewe baletuweereza kati nze kyenjagala okubuuza. RDC kyagambye abasajja abantu basabye na miliyoni 2. Lwansonga ate ye yafuuka bizinesi olabe ebyobufuzi bya Uganda yafuuka kapito tebakyatukolera omuntu tasobola kutuuka mu palamenti bagambye kumuwa motoka ya bwerere bagambye kumuwa amasuuti bali kumala biliyoni z'esente zikyusa palamenti ogitigaatiga kati musindikeyo ku bwerere atukubbe mugambo yagenda agaggawale akonga atukubba bisooto nze mbadde nteesa wendi ab'ebyobufuzi bya Uganda byafuuka bizinesi sente gavumenti zebagamba mbu yataddeyo okulemesa bano abanaku omwana omuhamu tekyasobola kufuga abagagga be bafuga kati teri mwavu anaatambuza bigere mbu asaba kalulu ebyo byaliyo edda ng'alatiisi bwagambye kuba disitulikiti emu yalinga etwala disitulikiti zaabwe ne ziringa 6
Okay.
nga tuli bulungi tebatugamba mbu kati bali kudula disitulikiti tufune empeereza mpeezi bakudula disitulikiti kufuna kapito kufuna kale ffe tugalabanga amaduuka.
Okay. Webali, hello.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, how are you doing?
Thank you, moderator, and the visitors who are also there.
Okay.
I'm calling Samson from Alimu Gonza.
Yes, sir.
Now, I want to supplement something. Really, I want to talk about what Mr. Who is been talking about family, about leadership, the family problems in the FDC party. Now, according to what I have read in the Bible, says that any good leader should be somebody who manages well his family. And so, who is the right person that we think should be the right leader in Uganda, which will come from the part of FDC, since there is a lot of confusion in their family, that is the FDC party. Number 2 is hello.
Hey.
Number 2 is I want to also, this is an assignment to you, Mr. Moderator. I wanted to ask, in the absence of our Honorable Joab, that he said he does not repeat classes. By then he was when he was still a mayor when he was talking. That was former Radio Kitara. I don't remember that, but some years back he does not repeat class. Now I wanted to know, after the MP, I wanted him to tell us what class is going to. Could you ask him about that, because he's not around there? I feel that I need to know that.
Okay. Wagamba tarepitinga class. Hambera ali tagaruko. Kameya kisanja kimu yagenda MP. Ngwatiru tena tarepitinga class agyanka. Keti kaguzoki. Hello.
Hello.
Wanje.
Nyali kanyoka wakijunju.
Ego.
Nako kubazo rungi. Ekugamba nti miliyoni ezibakugamba ezo nti ito
Okay, thank you. Hello. One. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Nsikaizo dakika busatu bwonka kumalira leka nsomewo bu message araba bayira YouTube mwasindiko message bwanyu so nkwenda kusomawo kataito ntakabaire kuba ninyirukano nagambire thanks Washington for hosting the team. He's Moses Tusabe. Moses Tusabe ga watching from Kampala, Kansanga. Thank you very much for watching. Kano Balinda Justus, beautiful morning. And Ipras by official. Hello, Nikuyagamba. Balinda Justus. There is no direct correlation between somebody being wealthy and being a good leader. Many of the people who are corrupt, who are stealing taxpayers' money, are already stinking rich. Dano yagamba abayiningira naye kwa ukaniza omwavu no mugaika. And on yagamba I'm watching Wycliffe. Okay, message. Then Aaron Ampandikire message and yagamba don't mention my name, but asked Bongomin. He says some people in NRM for fear of being killed by NRM regime. Are there people in Masindi who were killed for supporting opposition? How come he has been in opposition for more than 20 years and he has not been killed? I
was assaulted.
Assaulted but not killed.
And beaten. And Ugandans have died. He seems not to be a Ugandan. People died in Uganda.
Why haven't you been killed for 20 years?
He wants me to die, then he says there's that. But people
fear to be killed.
I need to inform him. Ogwa Gambire should not be mentioning. He has no wisdom. He also has no wisdom to judge to be Kugamba. It is that he has been following the politics of this country. Ugandans have died during political system.
Have they died because of being supporters of opposition?
People have died, yes. FDC members have been killed. We have a list of people who have died in this. We have a list of Ugandans who have died.
And dying FDC
members in the struggle. Yeah? In the struggle. Even no Maka, Toka Rosere street where people have been shot. Police in the government was a stray bullet with the army. Haven't you seen journalists being beaten? Haven't you seen journalists being disabled?
Police I want
to tell you, my brothers and sisters in FDC have died in this struggle.
Okay, thank you very much for being part of the show. Mwebale muno kuliriza Ekyooto kya kiro kino. Mwebale muno okutuliriza kandi nyo kikomera for today. Mpaka next Saturday tubaine ntubaza nsonga eyo kusasuza sente in nomination oba nomination fees nizitubaine ntubazao zirugeo bazongereo oba zikaleo. Nabwekyo mpaka next week mutarugao. Bye bye.
Ebyohulire byona program wenu tibiri bya radio nkayo obundi abakama bayo baitu bya abantu abwabo
BBS 98.2 FM
utaferwa ga program Ekyooto buli kya mukago kutandika ne sayibiri za nyinki akara mpaka ina za nyinki akara obuntu bazabi kukwata ihanga lya
Let's get together.
Oma bakuliriza n'okuhaya ebitekerezo byabo ha BBS FM buli kya mukaga okutandika ne sayibiri mpaka ina za nyinki akara.
BBS, it's the big show.
Ladies and gentlemen,
your number one hit station.
The People's Radio.
Esaha zikire ina ezanyenkyakara webale kuwuliriza BBS Fama.